What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Diego's Garage. I was doing some mechanic work on the Camaro on the rear side of things. I didn't think I was going to do a video about it, but I did. Reason why is because I thought it was more worth recording and doing a YouTube video about it. So I have OCD. So you remember in the front, last video, I put the ATS Brembo brakes in the front. I had to put a 15mm spacer in it because, to clear the wheels of the caliper so it won't interfere. So the rear is not wide like the front is, so my OCD kicked in. I want to put a 15mm spacer, but before I do, I had to put extended wheel studs, the ARP ones. I was doing that and I figured out it's a tedious operation, trial and error. I don't see any videos on YouTube about it. There is, but they're the small wheel studs. Nothing about the extended wheel studs, ARPs. That's why I'm doing a video about it, so I can put it into YouTube. That way it's on there so someone can look at it. Well, yeah, let's get to it. I'll show you how it is, how I did it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get to it.
You're goddamn right.
Alright, let's get at it. First thing I did was just lift up the car, put it on jack stands, front and back. The only reason why I lifted up on both sides, well, the whole car, is getting ready to put a new suspension on the car, but that'll be it for another video, so keep a lookout for that. I already pre-loosened the lug nuts while the car was on the ground. Next here, I just took off the wheels off the car, all fours. Like I said, I'm getting ready for new suspension upgrade, but we're gonna focus on the rear here. So let's get to it. Alright, once you got your wheel off, now it's time to take off the caliper. It's hanging on by 2 bolts, one on top, one on the bottom, right in the back. I believe they're 14mm. But anyways, go ahead and take that off. Once you got the caliper off, just put it to the side where it won't fall off. Don't let it dangle. Don't be that guy. Next, you gotta get your rotor off. Make sure your handbrake is disengaged. And just hit the rotor with the hammer. Not on where the surface is at, like right there where the hub sits on it. Get all that rust, break all that rust off and everything, and you should be able to take out the rotor off. So I'm gonna attempt to change out these wheel studs for the longer ARP wheel studs. 12mm by 1.5 inch wheel studs, part number 1007713. Thing is, the problem I'm seeing right now, this e-brake is kind of like a drum brake, similar to it, is in the way, so I gotta remove that. Just an FYI, guys, you don't have to do what I did here. This is me just simply trying to figure it out. But yeah, you don't have to remove the shoe. All you have to do is just remove the rotor and then tap the stock wheel studs out where it's loose enough, and then work your way out to the diff. You'll see right now. Yeah, able to have more clearance to hammer these out. See what happens. So it turns out I can put these longer extended wheel studs how it is in this situation. So I do have to pull my axles. I didn't want to do it at first, a lot more work, but it is what it is. I do gotta do a axle service on this thing. It is on the diff. It is leaking. I gotta do a seal replacement and seal axle replacement on the ends on each side. Who knows, maybe I'll upgrade it. We'll see. But first, let's just focus on getting these wheel studs on. Man, I didn't think it was gonna be a lot more work, but let's get to it. Check out my pan hard bar. Super crooked. I don't know what happened there. Oh, gives me an excuse to upgrade it with the BMR one or Yumi. So I'm gonna take that off. take the diff cover off, get all the fluid off, go from there. Alright, take off the pan hard bar. I used a 18mm socket and a 21mm wrench. There you go. Pan hard bar off. That's free, gives us more clearance for the diff. Put these bolts back on so they don't get lost. Have your pan ready. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bolt rear end. Made a template so each bolt's accountable and put them back in place when I'm done with this diff service. Now it's everything's loose, I can take off the... Oh shit. Check that out. Yeah. Oops. Smells good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna paint this cover, clean it all up, paint it. Let that leak out. On this video clip, I don't know what happened to the audio, so I apologize. And I had to do a voiceover on this clip. You have to remove these bolts. They hang onto the cap that hold the diff in place. They are 5/8. There's 2 of them. Kind of looks like a piston bearing cap. Just remove that. You know, give you clearance to remove the other bolt you'll see right now. Once you remove the cap, on the passenger side of things, on the right side of the cap, there's a notch right there with numbers. That goes on the right side of things so you won't get mixed up. Next, remove a little small bolt slash pin. It's an 8mm. Just take it off. Make sure your car's in gear so it will hold in place. Once you take off the bolt, you'll be able to take out the block that goes in between the axles. It only goes one way, so you won't mix up when putting it back. After many failed attempts in trying to fish out these C-clips, it was getting really frustrating. I even tried putting the axle back and forth, but no luck. But luckily I was able to figure it out. You'll see right here. Okay, so what helped me take off these C-clips right here off the diff, you can see there, managed to take off the driver's side of things. So I took off the sensor that goes right there on the, right there. I don't know if you can see it. That's what was blocking the hub or whatever, the end of it, the end of the axle from pushing in. So once I took that off, pushed it all the way in, as far as I can, and then it gave me access to the C-clip to come out. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the passenger side of things. Now I got the C-clips out, and I should be able to take off the axle. just like that. Now I can put the new wheel studs on, get the old ones off. All you gotta do is take off this sensor. It sits right there, that big hole right there. It's hanging down by a 10mm bolt on the back side of things. So it's sitting like that, and that was blocking this to go even more further in. So yeah, just make sure to take that off. Once you got that taken off, push your axle all the way in as far as you can, and now the seat clips can come out. Alright, once you got your axle extended out, you can put your wheel studs on, the ARPs. Now, gotta go back in the diff side of things, put those seat clips back on, secure everything else, tighten everything, and put back the rotors. I am replacing the pads on mine, but other than that, it should be buttoned up and ready to go. After that, install back the seat clamps. There's one, there's the other one. Alright, both are on. Now I gotta install back the bracket. Turn this around. There we go. I just gotta put that block. It only goes one way. Clean it up with some brake cleaner. Some dirt on it from just sitting. Slide it in like so. Get your bolt / pin in. It's like 8mm. We'll go put it in gear real quick. Don't put it too tight. Next, I don't know what to call this. It holds the diff in place. Looks like a piston bearing. But next is to install back this again. Not again. Installing it back. Remember the notch with the numbers on it goes out on the passenger side of things. Let me clean it with some brake fluid. Cleaner. Because it was sitting right there and dirt got to it. It's windy today. Now you can install back the sensor back, the one that was in the way of everything. Just verify that the axle is secured in, which it is, not coming out. And the bolt that's holding on to the sensors, it is a 10mm, so don't lose that. It's actually a magnet, see? Plug it back in. That's it. Alright, next I'm gonna install tying down the wheel studs, the ARPs, with a wheel stud installer. Got this at O'Reilly's. Simply slide it in. Get your lug nut that you don't care. Thread it in. Alright, all I did was just I wedged in a pry bar on there, so it won't spin. Just check when it's fully seated. See, it stopped there, so it's fully seated. Now just take off the lug nut. Repeat the same thing on the others. Alright, cool. Got my wheel studs on, the extended ones from the ARP. Good to go. Now I can put my caliper back on, but I'm not gonna do that right now because my brake pads are worn down, so it's time for new ones. So I'm gonna do that another day. But pretty much that's how it is. After you get your wheel studs back on and all that, just, you know, slap your 15mm spacer or whatever spacer you're putting on, and then slap your wheel on. Oh, don't forget, you gotta re-silicone the diff cover, torque it down, and put fluid on, and that's all you need to do. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope this video helped out on how to install some extended wheel studs, the ARPs. This definitely was like a first time for me, figuring it out and all that. It's all that sensor is just in the way. Just remove it and you'll be able to push your axle to get those C-clips out the way. So I hope if you ever run into this, you utilize it and be smooth process for y'all, unlike me. I was the guinea pig. But yeah, guys, hope you guys found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe to Diego's Garage. See you guys in the next one. Peace.